For this video, we're going to have quadrilaterals that are parallelogram. So before we proceed with the quadrilaterals that we are going to have in this video, then we need to know first or to recall first the terms or the concept and also the symbols na ginagamit natin in our quadrilaterals or our plane figures. Because when seeing the symbols, the terms, and the concept of our plane geometric figure, magagamit or makikita natin siya dito. And after that is we can easily get the properties of our quadrilaterals. So now, let's proceed with the symbols and the terms or concept of our geometric figure. So first, we have the parallel. So parallel is a two line that do not intersect at one point. So ibig sabihin, hindi siya nag-intersect even you extend the line ng ating two lines. Okay? So kahit i-extend pa natin yung both sides and both lines of our line, it will not intersect. So that is a parallel. Next is the congruent. Pag sinabi natin congruent, it means it is identical form. Pag sinabing identical form, it has the same shape and same size. Ibig sabihin, if kung gaano kalaki si square natin, ganon din dapat kalaki yung another figure natin na square. So again, they have the same shape, but and also they have the same size. Ibig sabihin, if one side is equivalent to 4 or 2 inches, then the other plane figure or the square is also, yung side niya is equivalent to 2 inches. Para masabi natin that this plane figure is congruent. They are identical, which it has the same shape and same size. Okay? Next is the bisection. Bisection means it is a division into two equal or congruent parts. So we are using the line which is called the bisector. Again, kapag bisection, ito yung hinahati natin yung ating plane figure or a line or any thing into two equal part or congruent part. Okay? So next, we have the diagonal. When we say diagonal, it is a line that connects to one corner to another corner. Ibig sabihin, yung diagonal natin is a line which is connecting the vertices to another vertices or the vertex to another vertex. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, what is the difference of bisection and the diagonal? So, ibig sabihin natin sa bisection, dinidivide natin siya into two equal parts using a line. But the diagonal is, it is a line or line din siya, pero it is connected to vertices or to vertex to another vertex. Okay? Kasi sometimes ang ating bisection, pwede siyang hindi sa vertex to vertex. Pwede siya ganyan. For example, that is a bisection. We are dividing into two equal or congruent parts. But in the diagonal, so ganito po yung diagonal. So this is the vertex, yung corner natin, the vertices. Then we are connecting using a line the two vertices. So for example, that is a straight line. So yan yung tinatawag nating diagonal. Okay? So we are connecting the two vertices. So yan yung tinatawag nating diagonal. Now, another terms that we need to consider or we need to remember is the complementary angle and the supplementary angle. Okay? So, sa complementary angle, it is the sum of added angle na dapat ang sum niya is 90 degree. Okay? Ibig sabihin right angle. And the supplementary angle naman when the sum of added angle is equal to 180 degree. So, ibig sabihin, we need to consider these two concepts, which is the complementary angle and supplementary angle, because we are going to use it also, and it is also one of the properties of our quadrilateral that we are going to discuss. Now, after the concept, no, marami pa tayong mga concept for the plane figures. Pero ngayon, ito lang muna yung mga concept na dapat nating tandaan because mostly ito yung nakikita natin kay quadrilateral since we are focusing on the quadrilateral. Next is the symbols naman na nakikita natin kay geometric figure. So here, in our first symbol na meron tayo, this symbol is called similar or it is representing similarity. Okay? Pag sinabi natin ganitong symbol or similar, it is representing the same shape but do not same size. For example, for the symbol of similar, so we are using this one. Let's say we have this square or A, yung first square natin which is naming A, and the second square which is we name it as B. Okay? So as we can see in the drawing that they have the same shape. They are both square. Pero hindi sila pareha ng size. For example, this is 1 inch. Okay? And the other square is it measures 2 inches. So, ibig sabihin, pareha silang square pero hindi sila pareha ng size. Ibig sabihin, kapag ginawa natin siya or we are converting it into symbol or we used it or we compare the square using the symbol, then square A is similar to square B. This represent that they have the same shape pero hindi sila pareha ng size. Okay? Next symbol na meron tayo. This symbol. Sa number 2 symbol natin. So, yung number 2 symbol natin means it is congruent. So, pag sinabi natin congruent, it is the same size and same shape. So, meron siyang pagkakapareha sa first symbol natin, which is what we call the similar. Ano ba yung pareha nila? Ang pagkakapareha nila, pareha dapat sila ng shape. Pero, sa similar kasi, kahit hindi sila pareha ng size, we use the similar. Pero sa congruent, we use this symbol if we have the same size as well in same shape. For example, let's use this symbol, the congruent. We have this shape A, which is also a square, and shape B, which is also a square. So, let's say, the first shape natin na square or the first square natin, it measures 1 inches. Okay, or 1 inch. And the second square natin or second shape natin, this is, the measurement of the side is 1 inches. Therefore, since parehas sila ng shape, both square, and parehas sila ng measurement, then we can say that A is congruent to B. Ibig sabihin, kapag yan lang yung nakita natin, then we can assume or we can say that they have the same measurement and also same shape. For example, ipagdodrawing, meron lang tayo ditong A, which is triangle, and then the sides are 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and the other side is 1 inch. So, kapag meron tayong statement na A is congruent to B, and you have asked or tinanong kayo, what will be our B? Then, you are going to draw the same figure and same measurement as A. So, yung B natin, triangle, and the measurement is also 1 inch. Therefore, we can say that A is congruent to B. Okay po? Next is for number 3. Third symbol natin, which is a triangle. So, this symbol is for a triangle. So, instead of writing the triangle or we are naming a triangle, then we can write the symbol only. For example, number 3. We have here a triangle A. Ayan. So, yung triangle na to ay pangalan niya ay A. Okay? Instead of naming it as triangle A, then we can use this name as triangle symbol then letter A. Then we can assume that the A, ang shape niya is a triangle. Okay? So yun lang yung symbol natin. The purpose of the symbol is to name that our shape is a triangle. So next symbol natin na meron, the angle. So yung angle natin is ito yung mga mini-measure natin. So for example, sa square natin we have the angle. So let's have this one. Sa square natin we have the angle. This one, angle, or the corners natin, meron yung mga angle. Then, since we have 4 angles in the square, then we need to name it. For example, we have A, B, C, and D. So, para malaman natin kung ano yung mini-measure natin ni angle, then we can name it as angle A, angle B, angle A is equal to 90 degree, angle B 90 degree, and so on. Okay? Para hindi tayo nalilito, ano ba yung measurement nito? Then, yung angle na symbol natin, yan yung shortest way natin or the symbol of the word angle. Kasi, katulad lang din siya ng triangle natin. Instead of writing the word angle A is equal to 90 degrees. Medyo longer siya pag sinulat natin. So, instead of writing the word angle, then we can use this symbol na angle. Okay po. Now, that is the fourth symbol, yung fourth symbol natin. Okay? Ngayon, let's proceed with the fifth symbol and sixth symbol. So, yung fifth symbol natin and sixth symbol, so let's have the fifth symbol. So, etong symbol na to, yan, yung stroke na yan na maliliit, yan ay for equal length. Ibig sabihin, kung meron siyang tag-isang stroke, ibig sabihin they are equal. Okay? For number 6 symbol naman, yan yung ating symbol for equal measurement of angle. So, paano ba natin magagamit itong mga symbols na to? Let's have an example here. For example, sa ating square, sa ating rectangle, so, ang measurement ng side is 3 inches. Okay? And ang measurement ng nasa top natin is 5 inches. So, when I have this stroke, first stroke, then the other side is this stroke. Ibig sabihin, they have the same measurement. Okay? And for the top, so I cannot use one stroke. Dahil kapag sinabi natin one stroke, then dapat equal din siya sa side. Therefore, we will use another symbol. So, pwede natin gawing dalawang stroke. And then, since yung 2 stroke means 5 inches, then the other or the bottom part or side is also 5 inches. Ibig sabihin, they are equivalent. Kahit wala tayong nakalagay na measurement dito, pero sa isa naman ay may measurement tayo, and then they have the same symbol like this one, then we can say that this is also 5 inches. Okay? So, ito yung pwede natin gamitin for symbol ng equal length. Another symbol na pwede natin gamitin, pwede siyang cross kung marami tayong mga symbol. Ibig sabihin yan, they have the same length. Okay? Another symbol, tatlo naman. Ibig sabihin, they have the same length sa side natin. Okay? Now, paano naman sa length, sa angle natin? How can we identify that they have the same angle? So, meron din tayo mga different symbol. So, pwede rin yung symbol ng stroke and pwede rin yung symbol ng angle natin. For example, this one. This is the first angle and yung similar angle niya is this one. Kasi they have the same symbol. And then yung other angle natin or the corner, ito yung symbol niya. Ibig sabihin, ang same symbol niya or same measurement niya is dapat pareha din sila ng symbol. Okay? Ibig sabihin, this angle A is equal to angle B. And yung angle C natin is equal to angle D. Okay? Aside dito sa ating symbol ng angle, pwede din natin gamitin yung mga stroke natin. For example, Let me give you an example. Let's have this triangle. Let's combine the sides with a symbol with the sides. For example, ito yung side natin. They are equal. This one is equal as well. And then, yung angle natin ay pwede nating sabihin na ganyan. This is equal. And the other one is pwede nating gawing cross. So, ibig sabihin ng angle na to, they are similar or they have the same measurement. Okay? So, pwede din naman yung ating sides, maging tatlo yung stroke, tapos eto, dalawang stroke, ibig sabihin they have the same measurement. And sa angle natin, pwede natin gamitin yung one stroke dahil wala pa namang symbol na ganun. So, as long as we have this symbol, we can easily identify which angle are similar or same measurement and side has the same measurement. So, that is the symbol of 5 and number 6 symbol natin. Okay? Now, since we have already identified the symbol that we have, then we can proceed already with our next slide. So, I think I forgot to see another symbol that mostly we are using, which is this one. So, this symbol is called parallel. So, ginagamit natin siya kapag they are identifying that a line is a parallel. So, for example, line, let's use this rectangle. And this is A, B, C, and D. So, yung line AC natin is parallel siya sa line BD natin. So, therefore, kapag ginamit natin si symbol ni parallel, line AB is parallel, line AC is parallel to line BD. So, instead of writing again the parallel, we can use this symbol. Okay? Now, let's proceed with our next slide, which is what makes a quadrilateral a parallelogram. So, is a quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram? So, how can we identify if this one is a parallelogram? So, yan yung ating gagawin later on using the properties. Okay, titignan natin if the properties of parallelogram ay nakikita natin dito kay figure na meron tayo sa screen. Okay? Now, ano ba yung mga letters that we have here? So, yung mga letters niyan, we can use it to name a quadrilateral that we have. So, for example, ayan, we have the first name, quadrilateral ABCD. So, in naming a quadrilateral, dapat yung ating mga letters, sunod-sunod siya. For example, ayan, quadrilateral A, B, C, and D. Dapat consecutive yung ating naming so that we can identify that it is a quadrilateral. Kasi kapag ang ginawa natin quadrilateral A, C, D, B. So kapag pinag-connect natin siya, let's start with letter A, tapos proceed tayo sa C, then proceed tayo sa D, then we are creating a triangle, not a quadrilateral. Okay po? So that's why kailangan pa-quadrilateral din yung naming natin. Okay? Next is hindi lang yan yung pwede nating ipangalan sa kanila. Then we can also use the other naming. Let's start with B naman. So since we have started with A, pwede tayo mag-start kay B. For example, quadrilateral B, C, D, A. O pwede siya pa-reverse. So that it also form a quadrilateral. Another naming, C, D, A, B. If you can see the pattern, magkakasunod sila lagi. Okay? Now, let's proceed now, or after knowing how to name a quadrilateral, now let's proceed with the properties of parallelogram na meron tayo. Now, let's proceed with our properties of parallelogram. So, for the properties of parallelogram, meron tayong 6. So, the 6 properties of parallelogram that we have, kailangan makita natin itong properties na ito sa ating figure. Okay? So, now, let's start having these properties, and of course, let's prove it using the symbols that we have. Gagamitin natin yung mga symbols kanina para i-prove that these properties has meron dito sa ating quadrilateral. Okay? Next, let's have the first property. So, yung first property natin, sabi dito, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So, ibig sabihin, dapat yung parehang pairs daw ng opposite sides natin are parallel. So, let's have this first opposite side. Yung first opposite side na meron tayo is, let's say we have the DA. Okay? So, kung nag-start tayo sa taas, then, yung opposite side niya dapat mag-i-start din sa taas. For example, DA, and the opposite side niya is etong CB. Since nagsimula tayo sa upper, which is yung opposite side niya, dapat sa taas din tayo. So, we have CB. So, this line DA and CB, are they parallel? Yes, because when you extended the line, it will not intersect. Therefore, yung line DA natin is parallel sa ating line CB. Okay? Next, eto isang pair pa lang ng opposite side natin. Sabi dito, both pairs. So, ibig sabihin, dapat dalawang pairs. Now, let's proceed with the second pair of our parallelogram. So, the second pair of our parallelogram is yung line, ayan, yung line DC natin. Line DC is, so line DC, ang opposite side niya is yung line AB natin. Since yung line AB natin is, if we extended it and it will not intersect to our line DC, then it is a parallel. Therefore, line DC is parallel sa line AB natin. Okay? Therefore, we prove that both pairs of opposite side ay parallel. Now, we have proved the number 1. Number 2, both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. Let's define again the congruent. Ang congruent, same shape and same size. Now, let's have this one. Both pairs of opposite sides. So, ibig sabihin, eto ulit na side na to. Yung line DA natin, line CB, and yung ating line DC, and also line AB. So, we are going to prove if it is a congruent. Okay? So, now, let's start with DA. Yung DA natin and line CB natin, pareha siya ng shape because they are both line. Pareha sila ng figure, pareha kasi sila na line. So, they are same shape. Now, next is, kailangan ma-identify din natin if they have the same size. Kasi ang congruent natin, dapat same shape and same size. So, yung DA natin, we have this symbol X. And yung CB natin has symbol X. Since they have the same symbol, then we can assume or we can say that the line DA and line CB has a same size. Therefore, the line DA is congruent, or symbol of congruent to line CB. We have proved the first pair of opposite side. Next is, let's prove the second pair of opposite side. So here is the line DC and line AB. Since they are same figure, which is a line, then we need to identify if they have the same measurement. Since we have this symbol, o yung symbol natin na dalawang stroke, and then the bottom side, meron din siyang dalawang stroke, therefore it has the same measurement. Since pareha sila na line and ng measurement, then we can say that line DC is congruent sa line AB. Okay po? Now, we have proved already the number 2 that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. So sa number 1 and number 2, we are referring to the both pairs. Ngayon naman sa number 3, sabi dito, one pair of opposite sides are parallel and also congruent. Sige, mamimili lang tayo ng one pair ng opposite side and titignan natin if pareha siyang parallel and congruent. So, let's try the DC. Itong line DC natin. Yung line DC natin, dapat na, yung opposite side na, ang opposite side niya is yung line AB. So, we need to identify if it is a parallel and also a congruent. So, yung isa is for parallel. Yung DC natin is parallel sa AB natin. First is, nakikita natin siya sa ating figure or plane figure. And the second one is, we have proved this already to our first property, which is DC is parallel sa AB. Therefore, it is parallel. Next is, we need to know if the line or the opposite side that we have is also a congruent, which is yung DC and AB or line AB natin. Why do we use DC and AB again? Kasi sabi lang natin, one pair lang yung gagamitin natin. And we need to identify if it is a parallel and congruent. Okay? So DC and AB, we can see that they have, in figure, we can see that they have the same symbol, that they have a same measurement. And since they are both lines, then they are congruent. Aside sa figure na nakikita natin, we also have proof that on the second property, that DC and AB is congruent. So therefore, line DC is congruent kay line AB. Okay po? Now, we have proved the number 3. That one pair of our opposite side is parallel and congruent. Okay? Now, number 4 or property 4. Both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. So, ngayon, angles naman yung pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? So, both pairs dapat, yung dalawang pairs dapat natin ng opposite angle, dapat congruent siya. Okay? Now, paano natin malalaman if they are congruent? Okay? Let's have this angle. First angle natin, the angle A. O use the symbol angle. Angle A is blank 2. So, first identify what is the opposite angle of angle A. So, ang opposite niya is yung angle C niya. So, angle C. And the other pairs na meron tayo is yung angle D and angle B. Okay? Angle D and angle B. So we need to identify if they are congruent. So angle A is and angle C is congruent. Bakit po? They have the same shape and also they have the same measurement, which nakikita natin kay symbol niya. Okay? So, therefore, it is congruent. Angle A is congruent to angle C. Kung nakikita nyo, napapagsama-sama na natin yung mga symbols natin. Okay? Next pair natin. Angle D, ang opposite side niya is angle B. Then, we have this symbol ng angle, which is 2. Then we can say that this is congruent. So, angle D is congruent to angle B. Okay? So, therefore, the both pairs of angle or opposite angles are congruent. Now, let's have the fifth properties na meron tayo sa parallelogram. Sabi dito, the consecutive angles of are supplementary. Pag sinabi natin consecutive, yung magkasunod na angle. Then, dapat supplementary. So, sabi natin kanina, the supplementary must be equal to 180 degree. Okay? O sige, let's try this figure. Let's try the figure that we have. So, let's say that this angle or yung angle A natin, ang measurement niya ay 85 degree. Let's say this is 85 degree. So, and the angle D is, or angle B is 95 degree. Now, let's identify first what is the measurement of angle C and also angle D kasi wala siyang nakalagay na angle. So, based on the fourth properties that we have, if this angle A is equal to 85 degree and angle A is congruent sa angle C, which is they have the same measurement, therefore angle C is also 85 degree. Congruent nga kasi dapat parehas sila ng measurement. Okay? And since angle B is congruent to angle D, therefore the measurement of angle D is 95 degree. Now, meron na tayong measurement. Now, let's prove the fifth property of our parallelogram, which the consecutive angles are supplementary. So, kailangan natin mag-add ng dalawang magkasunod na angle para ma-identify natin if they are supplementary angle. Okay? Let's try the angle A and angle D. Dapat 180 degree siya. So, yung angle A natin is 85 degree plus 95 degree. It is equal to 180 degree. And based on the definition of supplementary, it must be equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle A and angle D, or the sum of angle A and angle D, is supplementary angle. Another consecutive angle that we have, we can say that angle C plus angle B is equal to, so 85 degree plus 95 degree is equal to 180 degree as well. So they are supplementary. And then you can also try the angle D and angle C. 95 degree plus 85 degree, it is also equal to 180 degree. So, ibig sabihin, dapat yung mga consecutive angles natin, pag pinag-add natin, it is equal to 180 degree. Okay po. Now, we have proved already that number 5, properties of parallelogram, is equal to the supplementary, or it is supplementary angle. Okay. Next property that we have is number 6. The diagonals bisect each other. Let's have the diagonals muna. So, diagonal AC, kasi ito yung diagonal natin. It is connecting the two vertex or the two vertices. So, the diagonal that we have, this is the first vertex connected to second vertex. And the another vertex or another diagonal natin is yung diagonal P and to D. Okay? So, ibig sabihin dyan, yung diagonal daw natin na yan ay nag-bisect sa each other or sa isa't isa. Ibig sabihin, ayan na yung diagonal natin. Pag sinabi natin bisect, it means it was divided into equal parts. So, yung diagonal daw natin ay nag-divide into two equal parts to each other. Kaya, nung ating first diagonal na AC is nag-bisect siya into ano tawag dito? Yung diagonal AC natin, binisect siya ni diagonal, bisected AC, bisected by BD. Therefore, AC, AE, so kung saan siya nag-intersect, dito tayo magre-refer. And then we have the point E, kung saan siya nag-bisect or nag-intersect. So therefore, line AE is equal to line CE. Okay? Since nagsimula tayo kay outer, then pa-center, then yung naming natin sa another another side is outer muna, which is C, to center na E. Kaya, AE is equal to CE. Okay? Next is, yung BD natin or diagonal BD is bisected or hinati siya ni diagonal AC. Therefore, yung ating DE or line DE natin is equal siya kay line BE. Okay? So, paano po yun? Again, so kung etong diagonal AC natin, pag bisect natin siya into two equal parts, then this measurement is equal to the other. So, ibig sabihin yung measurement nila ay pareha. And since yung diagonal DB natin ay binisect ni AC o hinati ni AC into two equal parts, therefore this side or this line na DE is equivalent siya kay BE. So kung i-prove natin siya, if this is 4 inches, then the other half is 4 inches also. Okay? Dahil equal part nga. Then next is kung ito naman ay 3 inches, then the other one is also 3 inches. So, ito yung sinasabi natin na that the diagonal bisect each other, which is equal or divided into two equal parts. So, therefore, number 6, we have proved it already. And the 6 properties of parallelogram ay nakikita natin ngayon sa ating figure. So, dapat, para masabi natin that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, we have the properties of parallelogram sa ating quadrilateral.